Hey guys, Pegwarmer here, and today I'm going to be taking a look at Marvel Legends Infinity Saga Odin. Before we get started, if you could hit that like button, we'll be able to spend a few more seconds trying to figure out if we're the king of Asgard yet.
But you're not king!
What's that?
Not yet.
You said we're not yet? Ah, okay. If you really do like this video, don't forget to subscribe too. It's just a simple click for you, but means a lot to me and will help the channel grow. Thank you so far to my awesome 58 subscribers. Glad to have you all on board, and thanks in advance to those of you about to subscribe. Alright, let's get into it. The packaging for the Infinity Saga line is all the same. They all have windowed boxes with the name of the movie and the Infinity Saga logo, and along with the same artwork on each side. Again, top of the box will just have the movie and the character name, and the bottom of the box is going to have the standard Happy Fun Ball warnings. Here's what's written about Odin on the back of the box. If you'd like to read it, just pause right here. Let's wake Odin from his Odin sleep and get a good look at him. Alright, let's take a look at Odin's accessories. He comes with Gungnir, which is his staff and spear, and serves as a symbol of Asgardian kingship, presumably destroyed by Surtur in Ragnarok. And you can see there's lots of nice detail work on it. There's even small symbols in the handle, and it's like that on both sides. He also comes with alternate hands and an alternate head. In the package he comes with a helmeted head, but the helmet is removable. And here's the head sculpt he comes with out of the box. The eye patch looks really good. The scarring, the print on the eye, the photo reel, I mean, it looks fantastic. The hair, it's got a nice wash to it. Here's the other head he comes with. Not a whole lot of difference. It is nice they gave us the option, I suppose. And then he does come with his helmet. Again, lots of nice detailing, just like on his staff. The head he comes packaged with is a perfect fit for the helmet. And in a pinch, you can put it on the other head. Doesn't fit exactly perfect, or really even close. That is because the hair sculpt is different. On the head it comes with in the package, you can see the hair is going behind his ears. And on the other head, it's on top, making this head a little bit wider, which is why the helmet isn't fitting on it correctly. It comes out of the box with these grip hands, or trigger hands. They are, I believe, intended for holding the staff. The staff is long enough that he can hold it with both hands, but it doesn't look very natural. I think he looks best just holding it with the one hand, using it as a staff. They both hinge up and down, which is great. Shows that Hasbro can do it. They just oftentimes choose not to. Lastly, he's got his two alternate hands. He has a fist for his right hand, and he has what looks to be sort of an outreached hand, or a gesturing hand, for his left hand. We'll take a closer look at him. The head looks great. There's his unhelmeted head, and then there's the non-helmeted head. As far as his armor goes, because this is supposed to be from the first Thor movie, whenever you see the armor, it doesn't look like this. And I'll throw a picture up on screen so you guys will see what I normally see. Basically, it's like this, but everything's inverted. Like this is a brighter color, and this is a darker color. Same thing in here. So eventually, I managed to find what I think looks like the armor, and I'll throw that up on the screen now. It's from the first Thor movie, when Odin is rescuing Thor from Jotunheim, and if you look briefly, it looks like it's this armor. This is lighter, this is darker. It looks kind of like this. Now this to me looks more orange than gold. I don't really know why they went that way with it, but whatever. If you guys know where it's from, please let me know down in the comments, because it's been driving me nuts. I really like the pattern on the arms and on the legs. Makes it look like real material. I also appreciate the way the cape is coming over the shoulder, so that even in a fairly static pose, he still looks dynamic. Moving on to articulation, he can look up just a little bit because of the hair, and he can only look down a little bit because of the beard. It's the same with the other head sculpt. In fact, he can't even look back as far because this hair comes out wider, and he can look down again just a tiny bit because of the beard. When he does have this longer hair, it does fall nicely on the cape, sitting on top of it. It's really nice. I just now noticed that. Let's see if the other head sculpt does that. Yeah, it does. Look at that. Wow. I never appreciated that until just now. That's nice. Pop this guy off. You can see it's just a dumbbell, and the neck itself can move. So that's a nice feature, but it doesn't really add anything because he can already turn his head, and usually your neck doesn't move all that much when you turn your head. So I don't really know what the point is there. His arms are pinless, which is always nice. And they can go 360, but as expected, they get caught up on the cape. Over here is just as bad. Now the cape is nice and soft, and you can see it pegs in the back there. So if you had to for some reason, you can move it out of the way, and you can just about, you put his arm straight out, you can get it to do 360. But that's not really what we're looking for here. Again, not that big a deal, at least to me, because this is not that kind of a character. He has a bicep swivel. He has double jointed elbows. He gets up and down hinges on both of the holding hands, or the gripping hands. He has a waist swivel. And he can lean back, I mean, a little bit. You have to unpeg the cape for him to be able to lean back at all, really. But forward, not so much. His legs are also pinless, which is a nice look. And they can move back, but are limited by his rear armor. He has a thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and those are hindered by the boot sculpt. And he has rockers, sort of. His feet, and I've seen other people say this too, the feet are pretty much garbage. Like, this doesn't, it's got a rocker, sort of, and it can go back a little bit, but when you do, it kind of pops itself out. And it can go forward a little bit, but to me, that's kind of concerning, the way that ball joint comes out when you try to angle it forward. So articulation isn't great, and I do appreciate the pinless arms and legs, but fortunately, he does seem to be a figure that will be best posed stoically rather than dynamically, and that's just what this articulation allows for. Here we have Odin, along with some other MCU characters. Scale-wise, looks like he fits right in. He seems a little shorter than Thor, but that seems accurate to me. Let's see what other kind of characters we can compare him to. Here we have Odin with some Star Wars Black Series figures and an SH Figuarts figure. Black Series, for me anyway, always tends to scale a little bit smaller, but I think he fits in pretty well here because he's bigger, and being an Asgardian, I think he would be. And let's see what else we got. And here he is with some G.I. Joe classified figures. Scale seems to work pretty well. He seems to be about as big as Roadblock or Gung Ho. He's a little bit taller than Duke, and he's definitely taller than Snake Eyes. Here's Odin with the NECA Ed 209 and the Mafex Robocop. The Mafex tends to be a bit on the smaller side, but I think they stack up really well together. And I think I've mentioned this before, the NECA Ed 209 is technically a 7-inch scale, but he's perfect, because I want him towering over the 6-inch figures. That is what he's for. That and falling downstairs. Here's Odin next to the Uatu Watcher Build-A-Figure from the current What If wave. Obviously, he's much bigger than Odin, as he should be. Odin is an MCU figure that's been missing for quite some time. I'm glad Hasbro finally decided to give us the Anthony Hopkins face sculpt and likeness. I like being this much closer to having all the MCU figures on one shelf. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video and you want to see more, please like and subscribe. It will really help my channel grow and would mean a lot to me. I'll do my best to try and not make it another 2 months until I post something. I'll see you real soon in the next one.